Hello, put the tip in here. Evening of the 23rd of November. Ready to do your preview for the 24th. Start the new job tomorrow, so we're starting with the evening videos. Today we had a winner in Hardy de Soy. Yeah, it was obviously a good win. I think Casa Loupe in the same race looked reasonable for a long way. And just yeah, for some reason stamina gave out. Um, our long shots just weren't really worth it today. And gone in 60 was a very odd one. Seemed very well placed, all of that, and then just well, for a long period, the jockey just didn't seem to want to ride. And didn't really push the horse to kind of get that fourth spot. But we had the winner, Hardy de Soy. Like I said, I got it 7-1. I'm aware that obviously it was kind of around 5-1 by the time I'd tipped it, but we've got access to the pre-evening odds now. So um, we've got six horses. I'm going to mention a seventh, but because this was the one that I was, caught between, and I would rather, have full transparency. So, our six horses for the 24th of November. We start at the 155 at Kempton. That is the 155 at Kempton, and that is Caught in a Storm. Um, at 11-2 currently. I think that could come heavily in tomorrow. Caught in a Storm was running ridiculously well. Entered its first handicap, and for whatever reason, just never settled. Um, if it, I'm willing to forgive that run, and because of that run, we get these odds. Because I'll tell you right now, if this was its first run in a handicap, it'd be even money, min. So 11-2 is incredible value for this horse. Um, we'll then go to the 425 at Wolverhampton. That's the 425 at Wolverhampton, and that's Galactic Glow. This is our first bigger odds horse. 18-1 currently. The horse has just been quite consistent at this distance when it's come back from hurdles. So it's obviously quite a multi-specialist. Um, yeah, I just like to pay attention to that, and I just don't see the need for the run from a fitness point of view. So I would only see that it's entered on merit. Um, and most of these are extra place races. I would advise if they're not, try and find one that's four places, or a bookie that will do that. But yeah, at 18-1, huge value. Um, 6 o'clock Wolverhampton for the next one. That's the 6 o'clock Wolverhampton, and we're on to dance time. Um, Now dance time is 13-2 currently. Um, I did keep seeing it flicker to sevens, and I think it could be that way tomorrow. Um, it's hard to tell whether that price will come in or not. Might even just steady. Um, yeah, this horse is a bit inconsistent to be honest, but I just very recently I think the form's kind of clicking again. And yeah, it's a hard one with this one to be honest. But I just think it ticks the boxes of um, what we're looking for. Um, then we'll go to the 645 at Newcastle. That's the 645 at Newcastle and Triggerman. Triggerman at 7-1. Now this horse shows incredible value. This price has to come in surely. Um, Running in real strong form right now. Um, if a horse in the next race wins, um, kind of backs that form up. Um, there's a lot of these kind of tie into each other. But yeah, 7-1 is way too big for Triggerman, so willing to take that. The next race is 7 o'clock at Wolverhampton. That is the 7 o'clock at Wolverhampton, and that is Bellshot. Bellshot, our second big odds horse at 14-1. Yeah, this horse is dropping in grade, coming back from a little break. Seems to go reasonable, after a break. Um, at 14-1 in a four-place race, I'm willing to chance this. I think obviously if Triggerman were to win, that enhances this form as well. That but yeah, 14-1, massively too big for Belshart. I think this could possibly go out rather than in, but I'm not sure. And 14 is big enough for me to want it anyway. Finally, the 7:30 at Wolverhampton. That's the 7:30 at Wolverhampton, and that is Ernie's Valentine. Ernie's Valentine running absolutely solid at the minute. Won a race, third and second, but very, less than a length in those I think it was only like was it half or a quarter in the last? Um, yeah, right in with a chance. Real consistent recently. Something's clicked with this horse. Can't tell you what, but um, it plays for our favour. Um, all of those six, I would advise betting each way, ideally with four places. I will obviously do what I usually do, calculate two £5 each way stakes. Um, but yeah, so uh, six horses for you. The one I mentioned is in the 6:15 at Newcastle, and that's Cur Jaune. Um, I've not included it because I know I'm being biased with it. I really want to tip it. It's 9-1. It's overpriced. Honestly, like I've seen this horse run so well, and one of these days, very soon, it's going to jump back to form, and I'm going to be like, "Why didn't I tip it?" So I just wanted to mention it. It's not in the six, because in reality, I think I'm probably being a bit biased. Because there's also another horse I liked, and I think it's called like Valkyrie or something like that. Um, so I had to leave it out, but I just wanted to mention it because I did have quite the tussle. But these six horses, yeah, we did reasonably with all the football little tips as well. There was the early kickoff did not, but the latters came in, um, and yeah, hopefully you like the new format of the six horses. Let's see how it goes for the rest of the month, and we'll go from there. Also, the late evening, fingers crossed, you guys, can get with that. But yeah, fingers crossed, and I will see you tomorrow.